Students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you would be safe and sound inside your homes. Dear students, half days are there, winter vacations are there, schools are shut. The better move is to move some coaching centers, or is a wise attempt to have physical mode of teaching in coaching centers, whether these coaching centers are run by the private individuals or in private capacity they are being run, whether they are government run institutions in the form of venture tutorials, you must go there to have physical mode of the teaching, because this digital platform can't be the substitute for the actual mode of teaching. Dear students, if it had been the actual mode of teaching, then the advanced countries of the world like America, like Italy, had closed their institutions and have asked their teachers to just deliver from their homes, and have also asked their students to receive things from their homes, and they would have closed the schools. But it's not that case. Face-to-face interaction is must. Dear students of class 11th and 10th also, today we are dealing with what is federation. Dear students, federation means agreement. Sometimes it's a contract. In Indian context, or in the context of the America, Canada, federation means double set of the government. In double set of the government, or where there is a power sharing between the two sets of the government. Just take an example of India. India is considered one of the largest federation in the world. Here you watch two sets of the government. One is the government at the central level, that is called the central government, and a government at the state level, that is called the state level government, and many union territories there are also government run by the locals. Dear students, why this is important, this federation is important. If you take an example of the American Federation or Canadian Federation or the Indian Federation, India being the one of the largest country, one of the largest in terms of the population and size. In terms of population, the second one. In terms of size, it is seventh one. So you can't control things just from the New Delhi. You have to distribute or share the power between the different sets of the government in order to run the government affairs more smoothly. Dear students, so India consists of 28 states and 28 union territories. You can't run it from the center, and the democracy must reach to the grassroots level. What was this dream of the Gandhi? Dear students, so in a federation, the power is distributed or power is shared between the two sets of the government, one at the central level, another at the state level. So we have double set of the government here in the federation, central government and the state government. But remember, the powers they have, whether it is central government or it is the state government, they derive their powers from the Constitution of India. Not central government is anything giving any power giving to the state governments. No doubt, the center having the upper hand than the states, but state government as well as the central government derive their powers from the Constitution of India, not from the that central government vests power to the state governments. Dear students, so it is the concept of Indian Federation. In Indian Federation, there is a double set of the government and power is shared between two sets of the government in order to run the daily affairs of the government more smoothly. But what are the powers that are given to both the sets of the government? Some important powers, that means the national interest powers, are remain in the hands of the central government, and rest they are also powers of the very important. They are also powers of the very important powers, but they remain in the hands of the state government. For example, currency, you can find there, foreign affairs, you can find there, in central government. These powers are lying in the central government. However, there are three sets of powers. Three sets of powers. One is the union list, another is the concurrent list, and third is the state list. In a union list, approximately there are 100 powers or 97 powers, on which are 97 subjects or 97 powers in which the central government has the authority. And there are 66 powers, those powers approximately, on which the state government having the authority. So it is sharing of power in federation. And 47 are powers as those powers that fall in the concurrent list. Concurrent list is common to both, where state as well as the central government can exercise their powers. But in case of some confusion, when it goes to the federal court, when it goes to the apex court, the center having there the upper hand. Dear students, let me repeat the things for you. Federation means agreement, and you can have as an example the biggest federation in the world. One, the American Federation is one of the greatest federation in the world. However, the concept of federation has been borrowed from the Canadian constitution. But Indian context, what is the federation? Federation is just an agreement in order to run this government so smoothly. India is the second biggest country in the world in terms of the population and seventh in area. It's just running the same country just from Delhi or central government. It is very hard or harsh thing. So in a federation, the power is shared between two sets of the government. The one that is the union government, that is headed by the prime minister, and whole state of India is headed by the president of India. In the state government, there are mostly chief ministers. They head the state governments, and so the power is shared between the state governments and the central governments. And both the governments, whether it is the state government or it is the central government, they derive their powers from the Constitution of India. Not the central government is giving anything as charity to the state governments. So you might have somewhere seen in the books, India is federal in character. India is federal in character and unitary in spirit. That means the central government or the union government has more much control on the entire India, but it is character is federal character, because here the power is shared between the two sets of government in order to run the power so smoothly. Or we can say to go for the daily affairs so smoothly, or to move ahead democratically. Dear students, so simple it is. अब मैं इसमें उर्दू में बता दूंगा फेडरेशन क्या होता है. इसे सो सिंपल है. ये फेडरेशन का जो कंसेप्ट है ये कनेडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से आया है. और फेडरेशन, इंडियन फेडरेशन में क्या है, इंडियन फेडरेशन में दो गवर्नमेंट्स होते हैं. एक सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट होती है और एक स्टेट गवर्नमेंट होती है. और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के पास अपने पावर्स होते हैं और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के पास अपने पावर. और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को हेड कौन करता है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया. और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट में अक्सर गवर्नमेंट के हेड होते हैं चीफ मिनिस्टर. और सेंटर का आदमी लेकिन स्टेट में होता है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नर. और असल में जो स्टेट का हेड होता है, दैट्स होल स्टेट ऑफ इंडिया, क्या होता है, ये प्रेसिडेंट होता है. ये फेडरेशन हिंदुस्तान में इसलिए चल रही है ताकि जो पावर शेयरिंग है, ये पावर जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो जाए और डेमोक्रेसी जो है ये ग्रास रूट लेवल तक हो. हिंदुस्तान एक बहुत बड़ा मुल्क है, यहाँ पे दिल्ली से हुकूमत करना बहुत मुश्किल है. लिहाजा पावर आपस में बढ़ जाते हैं, इसलिए हुकूमत करनी आसान पड़ती है. दिस द होल कंसेप्ट ऑफ द फेडरेशन इंडिया. नॉट होल कंसेप्ट, इज जस्ट बिगिनिंग ऑफ द कंसेप्ट. Hope you might have grasped the concept. In case of any confusion, you can call me. Number is already lying in your position. Dear students, you must see these things on your available political science reference books to grasp the concept well. Thanks. Be well asset.